Hey, Andrew from MediaWorld, and today we're going to be reviewing Silent Hill Revelation in 3D. So Alex, what did you think of Silent Hill Revelation? Hey, Andrew from MediaWorld and welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing a spoiler review for Silent Hill Revelation in 3D. And what did I think of the sequel? I thought you were dead.
No, someone took my cyanide pills and replaced them with Tic Tacs.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm kind of saving it for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Ah, fair enough.
You want to do this review with me?
I might as well.
How are those Tic Tacs?
You want some? Now, Silent Hill Revelations takes place many years after the original Silent Hill, where Sean Bean and Adeline Clemens, playing father and daughter, are on the run from the mysterious cult figures that were never in the original movie, but are somehow in this one. Harry De Silva gets kidnapped, and many creepy goings-on ensue. What did you think of it, Andrew?
Well, what's the thing of the storyline? It was an absolute load of shit, and as you know, I do a lot of good reviews. I like to, see a lot of good movies. I don't do many bad reviews.
Yeah.
But this, you say, boy, where have you been for the past 2 months, Alex? Probably, this is one of the worst movies of 2012.
It's just the worst movie.
It literally is. I physically can't believe it. I mean, I'm a fan of this first Silent Hill film. I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was really a really well done movie. Wow, this, I mean, we saw Jeremy John's review, we saw Chris Stuckman's review. Yeah. And they were saying it's terrible, but we like to go in kind of like, okay, you kind of feel like Resident Evil type movies.
We went in expecting it to be awful, and it was worse than what we were expecting. I mean, we've seen bad films. We know what bad is, and we were not prepared for this. For those that know what Silent Hill is, it's obviously a game series, but they've adapted it for films. In the first movie, it took a lot of artistic liberties. Like, the original games was about a cult and bringing a god into this world to bring the end of the world. But the original Silent Hill movie, to make the movie more comprehensible and make the game story fit the movie formula, they changed it to being about witch hunters and revenge and demons, which is still good, and there's still very similar story concepts in the movie. It was just a little bit more different. However, the original director, Christoph Gans, who was very good visually, he did a very good job of creating the exact same atmosphere, creature designs, and just all around just a great, enjoyable movie. After the fans demanding more, it looks like that the company have decided, quick, let's rush out the next one, the fans want it. And instead of trying to consult people and trying to make an actual good movie, they've given it to Michael J. Bassett, who's done a couple of okay horror movies. He did Death Watch, Wilderness. They were okay horror movies, and Solomon Kane. So you'd think, oh, we should do a good job of this. And in all honesty, he just shat on it.
It's spoon feeds like hell. Literally 10 minutes of talking about the entire first movie and like taking shots from the first movie and like making to a kind of a flashback scene. Why not do a fucking Saw 3D? You said about that, didn't you? Like, it was basically Saw 3D again, wasn't it? It was just, it was terrible. I mean, the storyline, for me anyway, I felt some parts of it, like the actual, like how she got back, was like, okay. But then they said like the seal of Megatron. I was like, I was pissing myself.
It was Metaton, but it sounded like seal of crappy name that's just been invented.
I mean, this is a prequel to release Transformers, for God's sake. I mean, that was just terrible.
It was awful. The director, instead of putting in what fans want and what's more suitable as a movie, he's put in what he wants. Like, oh, I want this to happen in the movie. I'm going to change the main motivations of one of the biggest characters in the movie. I'm going to put Carrie-Anne Moss and Rada Mitchell in this movie, and Malcolm fricking Down, and he's in it for like a minute. They're like in it for a minute each. And in this one, he's trying to explain, oh, they were part of the cult, and even though everyone died in the first Silent Hill,
I mean, they never explain that, no, don't they?
He does such a fucking lazy job, and I mean that he did, because he wrote and directed this. And
it's okay, Alex.
Okay. I'm sorry, I hate the movie.
It's a terrible movie. Okay, so we're going to go about the acting now in this movie. Of course, we have Sean Bean in it. I would say a first movie which he doesn't get killed off, but oh wait, he does in a dream sequence.
There's a dream sequence in this movie.
I hate dream sequence. two dreams.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
a dream within a dream.
To be perfectly honest though, I think Sean Bean was probably the best part of this movie, even though he wasn't in it that much, to be perfectly honest.
I disagree with that. I thought it was awful.
Compared to some of the other actors in this movie, I think he's probably some of the best. I mean, some of the conversation scenes, like with the star of it, when they're talking and stuff about, you know, constantly moving, I think are actually, okay, fair play, they can get the fact they are, you know, father and daughter. But I think it's the most pissed off kind of acting I've seen is probably like, you know, what's that kid and the
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington. Is there a difference between reality and dreams? Oh.
No, there isn't. Carrie-Anne Moss.
Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah.
She wasn't in that much, was she? The ending, she turns into a creature as some sort of, and then you get like a death match between Pyramid Head and this kind of unknown monster. I don't know what the actual title name for this monster is.
Pyramid Head.
And the battle royale, hellish, knight swords, yeah, makes no sense. What? I don't know. I play lost.
There is like a final showdown. Like he comes to kill the leader of the cult, Carrie-Anne Moss, who's turned into a stupid flipping creature for no reason. Like, all the reasons in the games were perfectly explained. In this, there is no reasoning, like, I've touched your soul, so you will turn into a creature of doom. There's a death match, and when I mean death match, it's in like WWE style. He walks into the arena to prepare to fight, and flames, like, circle them. For no freaking reason, just like, boom, cage match, Pyramid Head versus Carrie-Anne Moss.
I even said when I was actually in the cinema with Alex, saying, when he chopped off that fucking girl's head, that monster's head, fatality, because it was just so stupid. It was around Mortal Kombat, seriously. It was it is typical video game style. It was just like the first one, even though it was based upon a video game, it didn't feel like a video game. It felt like an actual story. It felt like real people and things, creepy shit's going on. This one felt like, oh, it's a boss fight, oh, it's a level design. It just felt like levels.
Go to point A to point B. I'd say overall the film is just very game-ish, and there's no reasoning for anything. The movie's acting's awful, the direction's awful, the 3D was okay, but the CGI's crap, the movie looks cheap, and it's just so boring. There is no point to anything, and it's a really condensed and crappily explained version of the story. I mean, I'm quite analytical when it comes to movies, and the only thing I can say to describe this movie is that it's shit, crap, awful, and you should not watch it. I
have to agree upon that. This for me is the worst movie of 2012 compared to other movies this year. This is really bad, and you know, I'm really disappointed that it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I was laughing for a good portion of the scenes. I mean, the only good thing for me was probably the creature designs I felt were pretty good. That's about it. That's
because it's from the game.
So it's exactly. So the praise I can give it. Don't watch this movie. Do not waste your money. Stick to the first movie. Stay away from this movie at all. It is terrible. Go and watch Skyfall again.
Oh, and by the way, there's a Silent Hill Revelations poster here. You see this? Along with two other good movies, you got Savages here, Cabin in the Woods here, and now you have Silent Hill Revelation. Thank you guys for watching our review of Silent Hill Revelations 3D. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you found it funny, but for now, this is Andrew from MediaWorld and Xander Falk saying goodbye.